All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Hajime no Ippo, episode 40. Whoa, okay.
And Miyata is in for the fight of his life.
Yeah, we are in the second part of this whole Miyata mini arc that we're getting focus on here. And this is a bit interesting because having him being put in such a position where he is a clear underdog,
like such an underdog,
where it's almost guaranteed he's going to lose, but he's trying to do the thing of, I'm going to develop this new punch, I'm going to figure out a way to make my counter punch, grow beyond what it even, is capable of doing, and maybe make it actually strong enough to actually deal some real damage against someone who's a ex-professional Muay Thai kickboxer.
Right, and now is just, going undefeated all KOs, in actual boxing.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like because of the health issues that Miyata has been having of just trying to stay in the featherweight weight class, that if he loses, it can still be something of but the punch was still great. Yes. I just wasn't in, the proper condition or something, maybe.
Sure. Just give it more time, more elbow grease, more grit. And all that. But hey, he's got a fan, so he's a hero to someone, and he has a hero out there that he needs to kind of make proud without even really making them proud, really making him proud of himself, so that he can be kind of worthy of his hero out
so there. So let's see how it goes, because oh boy, Miyata's
so bets on whether or not Miyata will win.
Well, they have 30-1 odds. I would say I would definitely bet on Miyata with those odds, but
I would also bet on.
But I think he's gonna lose.
Yeah. I would say that it's about a 10% chance of him winning. So I will put it at a 10-1 odds, basically. What would you put it at odds?
Well, we don't really know much about the other guy, but I'd say between 8 and 12-1, so average about 10.
Average about that.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So without further ado, let's get into this. Now I understand why this OP actually has Miyata in it.
Right. Yeah.
Because we have been using this OP for a while. So there was a point when Ippo was basically saying goodbye to Miyata, so that's part of it. But the idea that Miyata hasn't left the story until he comes back to Japan is kind of a cool thing to showcase the scale of this show. Because imagine if they did that for Mashiba or for Sendo.
Sure. Oh yeah.
The idea that we could give a Sendo-focused arc. Wouldn't that be so cool?
What I'm more excited for is Takamura.
Oh, well, Takamura is a main side character,
I know,
bro.
But
we're totally gonna get Takamura-focused mini arcs.
Because they've been building up the whole thing of him becoming the world champion.
Yeah.
And oh man, if they're getting this much focus to Miyata
but that's
Thailand,
guaranteed to happen.
No,
though.
I know, but
that's guaranteed to happen. I'm talking about imagination, theoretical mini arcs, We could go and go back to Otsuma or something.
Sure.
That would be so cool. That'd be so cool. Okay. Yeah, the crowd favorite too. And the rigged judges as well. Potentially. The technician. Is that is that a mistranslation thing, or is that a term in boxing? I don't.
Or maybe it's them kind of
specialist,
or them kind of putting him down even in the announcement.
Oh, dang.
Yo! Oh my god.
You know what?
With 30-1 odds.
You know what? That's the thing. You literally were talking about, hey, if you get 30-1 odds on anything,
and yeah. Now, the fact that they bet on him makes me think even more that Miyata's gonna win.
I don't know. I think you're right. But
Yeah, and they keep bringing up those betting odds.
Yeah. All right.
Oh boy.
All right. I'll be with you, Jacob. I'll have the thing there. I'll put him at a 20% chance to win now.
Wait, we didn't even see the early stages?
I guess they didn't matter. Whoa, wow. Jeez. Jeez. Oh. Oh.
Oh boy.
Okay, so it's round 3 already.
Wait. Okay.
Gotcha. Round 3, and he hasn't fallen down yet.
Yeah.
So that was his first knockdown. Here's what it could be. Miyata is intentionally holding back on his counter because...
Right, he hasn't used it yet because he needs to have the...
He needs to have him be weak enough for that. Like... Oh. Oh, they're still counting because he's not standing fully.
Yeah.
So he's just counting.
He
He's getting,
ropes.
right, but he's getting basically breathing time.
Okay.
Oh, the music is good. What is this style? He's leaning so far forward.
Yeah.
His face is all like right up in it.
Baiting him in?
The jolt?
Gotcha.
Whoa, that's gotta be really quick though.
And risky.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right. This is basically like the let's put everything into one punch.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh man. Here we go.
That's it, that's it, that's it.
This is it.
He's putting up his left to block.
Oh,
it did not work. Oh my god. Wait, but if it's 2 in... Isn't it 3 in 1 round for a game over?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, dang. Okay, okay, yep, here we go, here we go. Oh.
This is the same thing his dad did?
So his dad went into the same conclusion, basically, at some point, that his counter wasn't a good enough thing, and so that he...
got taken out by it.
Yeah, he got hit really hard by this. Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. Alright, all that happened in 1 second, so
yeah.
Let's get up. Oh, they're gonna go all the way down to the wire here.
Okay.
Oh,
there we go.
He's got the green in his eyes.
We've seen that before.
Oh, now his eyes are focused. Now his eyes are focused. Yeah.
Isn't the round almost over, though?
Yeah, yeah, there it is. That was actually kind of hilarious because he was like, Miyata, stop. And he turned and looked, he's like, bitch, what did you say? Like, did you just tell me to stop? And it looked like the ref was actually scared for a second. Like oh.
What?
Oh, crap. Oh, crap.
ジョルトをカウンターに応用するアイデアは悪くない。しかしまだ相手のパンチを見すぎるぞ。相手のパンチと同時に飛び込め。フォローは考えるな。当たれば倒れる。動作する重要な要素。
Oh my god.
タイミングとハートだ。バカな。
Yeah, just a bit.
お前のありったけを込めて。
Yeah, he's not gonna win now. There's no way.
なぜ止めないんですか。これ以上は命に関わりますよ。危険すぎます。しかもまたあのカウンターを使えだなんて。
He was going to anyway.
Yeah.
もうずっと昔の話だ。一度だけあのカウンターを使ったことがある。いや、正確に言えば使えなかった。失敗したのだ。あいつが考え出した新型カウンターこそ、まさしく私のボクサー生命を奪ったパンチなのだ。
Whoa. Whoa.
顎を砕かれ、血だるまになる。マットに這いつくばる様を。
Holy crap. Then I don't know. We're in hype mode, Jacob.
Yeah.
It can actually go up. I'm putting him at 33% chance to win now.
Well, the question is, what will happen to him?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, here we go. That's it. Oh, no, it's not it. In this
Okay.
Oh!
Oh!
Oh, 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 crap. Use the ropes, use the ropes.
Yeah, catch the ropes.
Oh, I can just feel the pain in the way they're drawing this. This is... Oh! Be the eye of the storm. Oh, that's so cool. Oh! Oh! Oh, he did it!
Yeah!
Oh, he did it!
Yeah!
He took out his teeth!
Yeah!
Oh! There were teeth! Did you see that? He broke the thing and broke teeth! Yeah, he was going fully into that punch. Oh!
He's gonna have to do it again, isn't he? He's gonna have to do it again.
Yeah, because he's not gonna hear him get up. Yeah, he kind of got lucky, though, actually, because he thought he was wavering.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you did well, Miyata. You did well.
No way. No way.
He did
No way!
He did it!
He did it!
What?
He did it! Oh!
Ooh! That was the teeth, dude.
Yeah.
He broke his mouth. Oh, jeez, the guy is not doing well. Like,
yeah.
Don't turn him over. Like, don't turn him over yet. Like, holy crap. Oh, yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, good. It's turning around. Oh, awesome. Good.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh. Hey, Chana. Yeah, you did. That's the good stuff. Ah. Oh, no way. No way.
Okay.
Ah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Freaking Miyata. Ah. Ah. That's fantastic.
Oh. Ah, he has the hoo-hoo face. Or what?
He's so happy about his like this was a good call. Yeah.
Yep.
カウンターのコツはな、タイミングとハートだぜ。
Yeah. Nice.
Okay. All right.
に勝ったとなると、二流どころではまず挑戦を断ってきます。
Oh.
こうじゃないか。骨のあるボクサーを片っ端から潰していけば、おのずと世界が見えてくる。
あいつのランキングはどうなってるかな。
Oh.
By the time he gets back,
Yeah.
Ippo might be featherweight champion.
Right.
Like, wouldn't that be a thing? Ippo's featherweight champion and Miyata comes in to challenge him.
Oh, dang.
Wow.
All right.
That episode.
Timing and heart. There's a lot of things that are kind of, stringent upon timing and heart. That's a really interesting point. The idea that the counter wasn't just, the punch, but it was his reversal of his mindset and coming back into this world of boxing with confidence and joy, the smile and all that stuff.
Sure.
It's not just the punch. It's actually that he needs to basically time it. He needs to prep for that time of when he can actually like devote all his energy to it, and specifically his heart, that energy. So it just feels really good.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that was a good episode.
That was a really good episode.
Way to pull the reversal on us as the audience, because I was genuinely sure Miyata was going to lose.
Because the thing is that when you start talking about the stakes and how much something means and making all these statements of they can't possibly.
Right.
That's
the reason why you do that.
The reason why you do that is to set up the reversal so that it's no. Right, but the thing is, this is a double reversal, right?
Yes.
Where you're setting things up so that we're like, no, you can't do that, you can't do that, you can't, no. And then he won. He did it. He actually did it. He didn't get back up. And boy, I don't think I've ever seen that much blood in a boxing match, or at least certainly not in Ippo.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
No, it can get pretty messy, but like, I love that this was something where we are looking at Miyata from kind of the outside of having this little mini two-parter of where we have him in Thailand, and that's the last time we checked up on him, but he'd been playing some other matches as well. He'd been doing basically the second-rate matches and challengers and stuff like that.
Yeah,
he's been struggling with his body, keeping it in the featherweight category, adjusting to this new climate environment and all that, doing crazy sweat exercises and stuff like that, and saunas and what have you. But realizing that his style of boxing was inadequate, but this was the same progression of ideas and kind of imagination that his father went on, makes it feel very the themes of lineage and the themes of passing on the torch were very strong this episode.
Yes, absolutely.
Because it applied not just to the father, but it applied to Chana being the one that needed to hear the words of, it's about timing and heart.
Yeah.
And that's special because it's not just that Chana's going to be, like, it's not whether or not Chana's going to be a boxer or something like that.
Right.
It's that he saw this and he basically imbibed that courage, that heart,
right?
That fighting spirit, if you will.
Exactly, that bit of inspiration that will definitely carry him into whatever happens in the future with his life.
Yeah.
One of the things that really stood out to me this episode, and it was because in the previous episode they did the whole thing of you don't really smile, Miyata. I don't think I've ever seen you smile.
Yes. Yes.
That hit me pretty hard because the thing is, I've had people say that to me. Like there was this one job I had and the job was awful, and I was just kind of in a low place in life, and there was a point where one of the other employees was like, they were trying to get me to smile, but I didn't realize that. And then eventually they said some really, really stupid joke. Yeah. And it was like one of those ones where it's so stupid, it's just sort of like,
right.
And they're like, hey, I think they, or what was it? I ended up cracking a smile and they were like, he has teeth. And I was like, I've never seen you smile before. And I was like, wait, really? And it was just one of those sort of wake up calls of like, oh, I guess I haven't been doing that well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the fact that they had that here, and then at the end, Miyata smiles.
Right.
Like, Miyata looks back and smiles, and
yeah,
my heart. Like because
that's good. That's good.
And the whole thing of again him going over just what this means to him, and his dad going over the fact that, hey, I realize that you are literally putting everything on the line, and you know firsthand just how badly this can go. Right? You know what the costs are here, right? And I feel like that's why he wasn't telling him to stop, because it's like, no, this is
for sure.
This is he's weighed the risks and everything, and even if it's not necessarily the smart decision, right? He's decided that this is what he's going to do. And oh boy, wow.
Yeah. I like that the dad basically was able to believe in his son to the point where he knew that the risk was so high that he could end his son's boxing career by not pulling him out here.
Right.
And that's something that I really like to see in the kind of the sideline shonen characters, where they kind of believe in the person to the point of absurdity. But one of the things that's kind of annoying sometimes is when the person that believes to the point of absurdity has no reason to like they're operating purely on, well, they're the protagonist, so they've got to do this. This was more of something where, no, I was in this place before. And the thing is that what he's trying to do is what defeated me.
Right.
Now, I, tried to do something similar, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it here.
And in fact, he tried to do the exact same thing. So the fact that Miyata is going to this, he completely understands that.
Well, okay. So correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think he was trying to do the exact same thing. He was no. Hold on. He said that basically applying some jolt to your punch is good. He's like, that's what I did. But the punch that beat me was the one that had the other, basically the added bit within it.
Well, we can go back and check, but I'm pretty sure he called it the jolt. Like as like a specific style of doing the counter, of putting your whole body into it so that you can get more weight behind it.
Okay.
And
so he was fighting against someone in his final match that was also using the same punch?
No. He used the same punch.
Right, but he said that punch was the one that ended his career.
Right, because him. Exactly, because it's something that puts so much risk on it, because if you don't manage to land it and they hit you when you're doing that, then you're basically driving your whole body into their punch, and then
you're right. So he ends up basically putting himself into the position where he gets his body pummeled.
Yeah.
Now, I think that what made this fight really engaging from a we don't know how this is going to go standpoint, like we are invested so much in the process of it. The actual ending of it wasn't really as like desired to go a certain way, or at least for me. Was like you made a thing before the episode saying, well, if at least the punch works, then there's still a lot of ways that it can go. And I literally was thinking, oh my God, that's the perfect prediction, because once we saw the scenario where the punch connected.
Right, we know that this is a solid, amazing punch. Yeah.
And he did it. But if he gets back up, it's over.
Right.
But they had this little bit, and I hope it wasn't that I was just mistaking saliva for teeth. But when he punches, because I don't think we've ever seen this, but when he punches Jimmy and he hits him square on in the mouth here, like in the teeth, like he was gritting his teeth with the guard up still, obviously. But like I never saw the guard come out, so it wouldn't make sense for spittle to come out unless his mouth was open, because the guard, so there'd be some blood.
Right. Well, and there was a lot of blood, so that was probably that was probably teeth.
Well, yes. But the blood you don't see until after they declare the match. So in the middle of the punch, they give you this like, the punch was super devastating, while seeing this little like white bit that doesn't have like a amorphous blob. It seems like a solid square. Do you want to
check?
I can just check real quick. But it was like this moment of, oh my God, I'm going to believe and I think he's going to win. And then in the middle of the squall, the storm, I mean, that was in the previous part. But yeah, him thinking about the rain and everything like that, he basically, believes that it's, something where, or we start to believe at that point that it's something where he's not going to, he's going to win. Okay, so that. That could be just light reflecting off of it, but let me. See that there?
That?
Yeah. So I can do it with the motion and everything. Let me do that. So just look very closely at it. See, they're moving.
Oh.
Actually, that's a good point.
That might just be light reflection.
It might just be light reflection.
And trying to make it look like less of a rotating or just shifting still panel.
Right. It's a little bit of
it's like part of like
the old school animation.
Right, with like how the lines will be like be shifting.
There's spittle flying out.
That's
the punch.
Yeah,
but actually that's a good point. If he punched him square in the mouth, the guard shouldn't have anywhere to go. So it wouldn't have popped out anymore
until at least the fist follows through and it's separated,
but yeah, he still probably did bust up his teeth and his jaw, his gums and all that, because
I mean
that was blood. That was disgusting.
Like I guess it potentially could have been like the nose, like he just absolutely destroyed his nose or something.
But it was down here. Like the punch was down here.
But oh man, that's a punch that Jimmy's gonna remember.
Like, that might be a punch where he's done boxing for like the next 6 months or so, though. Like at least some time to probably sew back up what's going on in there. And then you don't want it to be a thing of where you reopen the stitches, so it could be like a year or something. Like
I mean, I don't know how long wounds like that take to recover.
Yeah, you heal faster in the mouth. So I think it would be more of a thing of if his jaw bone was broken in some place. That's where, because that's what they said. That's what the dad said ended his career.
Oh yeah,
his jawbone was shattered,
just
destroyed. So they had to do surgery probably and all kinds of other stuff there.
Right, just so he could continue.
And that's where you're getting most of your punches is right here. So that's they're like, you're done. You're never boxing again.
One of the things that I'm really glad here is that they had the thing of, we should probably leave soon. Like we should probably get out of here.
Oh, that reversal
just in case of, because that's a very real thing. Like, because
you almost killed the guy.
Yeah, you almost killed the guy, and they were cheering so much, and like people like fans have, you know, killed each other just after like football matches and stuff,
regardless of who wins or loses.
Right, exactly.
Just
like so
people going crazy.
Exactly. So, you know, in a situation where you know, you're set up to be the person that loses, right? You know, because this is their hero of this area, right? And you not only win, but destroy the other person in that one punch when it so seemed like you were going to lose, right?
Yeah.
I would not have been surprised if they did that, but then they did the reversal and they started applauding as he left, and that was just man. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. When I think about in a general sense, or when the way I used to think about like sports shows and things like that, you know, if this kind of thing were to happen, then there would be a part of me, maybe just because of being jaded or whatever, just not into sports shows back then, but that would make me think, well, I can't basically be invested in the outcome of the fights moving forward, because if this person was able to win in the 30-1 odds, right, then well, that means that you know, the person that's supposed to win is always going to win, unless for some narrative reason they want to build up an antagonist for the protagonist to beat, you know, or something like that. But the way they did this,
that sounds like someone who's watched, like, you know, Battle Shonen, like Naruto,
well, you know, it's
Bleach or something like that.
Right, it's the whole thing of me basically bringing in my limited knowledge of how you can, like, because
that's maybe what I would have said too.
Yeah, exactly. You know, but then it's like no. It's not about whether they win.
Right.
It's about how they get to whatever outcome it is.
Yeah.
And ideally, you would want to have it be where they win, because having, you know, night is darkest just before the dawn, push to the brink where all hope is lost, and then somehow they pull through.
Right. Yeah.
And then just the thing of being able to do that so well that you can keep doing it and keep doing it and keep making it be something where you're wondering, no, they're gonna surely here, this is where they're gonna lose.
And we can have fights like with Ippo's fight against Okita where we know Ippo's going to win.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, but things like this, it's just like, oh man.
Yeah.
This was so good.
This was really
so
good. Yeah, I love what they did with Chana. I love how they ended this by having it be a thing of where we get the happy, wholesome ending, but it's also something where you get this ambition where, you know, the father, you know, Miyata Sr., and then you have the coach and them just thinking about, like, all right, so
we can't have
every second-rate challenger coming in here.
Only the best for this.
Yep. We're gonna take down some tough boxers, and Miyata's just like chuckling, just like, "Geez, like that was easy or something." And now you're like, "Oh, that was nothing, I guess." So let's go and face. Like, I love how much fun this show has with the intensity surrounding this sport, but also just how, I don't know, how slightly crazy everyone is.
Yeah.
Like, if you think about the dad, he's very much thinking of his son as his son. But he is first and foremost thinking of him as a boxer.
Right.
What I like about that is that the father is in some ways even more ambitious than Miyata is, but it doesn't become a thing of where he's ambitious because he's his son.
Right.
So that means he's trying to push for him to be a better representation of him, or to go beyond his boxing thing. Right, if anything, that's Miyata, that's Ichiro Miyata's motivation.
Right, and he realizes just how important this is to him.
Right, so he's like just being a support guy.
Right, exactly. I'm going to try and make sure, because he realizes he's going to do this anyway. So he's like, okay, I'm going to do my best to make sure that he's like, okay, you got kind of lucky with that first one. You weren't fully putting your weight into it and everything. He's like, here's the thing. You can't even think about anything after that punch, you know, like, so on this next one, put everything into it. You got the timing, you know, because you just saw what his timing is. So, you know, make sure. And Miyata was able to, you know, when that other punch came in, he was like, nope, the timing's not quite right here, you know? But
so Miyata also thinking about the future where he will be able to fight Ippo at some point again, which is exciting. But also the very meta way of him saying, I wonder what ranking he is, solving the problem we had in the previous I think say 2 episodes ago's discussion where we were talking about how Ippo shouldn't necessarily just go from 5th to 1st, or maybe he would. They're just going to end that question probably here in of itself by saying, in the time by which we were focused on this, we're going to time skip over to when we're about to fight Date.
Yeah, or do like maybe a quick montage or something, you know.
Or just say like after those 2 fights, you know.
Now he's 3rd, and then maybe we have, you know, 2nd, and you know, so just 1 fight before Date,
what have you.
Or however they want to do it.
But the point is that that's a fun, clever way to say, hey, just because we took our time to do this mini arc here, it doesn't mean that we're slowing down Ippo's arc just to draw things out in any way. We might actually be pushing things a little bit faster than you even want and go like straight to the fight now in like an episode or 2.
Which would be crazy, but also wonderful, because if you think about it, with a show this long, the idea of keeping the pace that fast, that's not something I would necessarily expect, right?
In fact, we've mentioned this like 10 times.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, how does this show keep having such fast pacing?
Because the thing is, it's not just the fast pacing, because the formula of what it is of, you know, line up boxing matches, right? It's like okay, but it's the care that's taken with each boxing match, right? With the opponents, with Ippo, you know, basically just on both sides, making sure that you are invested and you want to see what happens, right? Because like otherwise, could you imagine if they didn't give so much personality and heart to you know, both sides of the conflicts, how dull it would end up being. Like, okay, so we've got, all right, let's fight the next person, see how it goes. Oh my god, the protagonist won, you know. But this kind of stuff,
this is good. This is good.
And the last thing I will say about this episode, and this is like one of those like just personal little details that just tickles me when shows do this, is showing the economical side of things. the fact that they're like, okay, 30-1 odds. Now the thing is, that was definitely a gamble, because Miyata was, the fact that he won is almost a miracle, right?
Yes.
But they see Miyata and they're like, we know that he is hungry, right? And he's going to do absolutely everything he can. So let's see how it goes, right? And then it's I've got this car now because I
like, bet our month's expenses.
Like, was that a good idea?
Budget maybe not.
Maybe not. But
it's like a 3% chance of success or whatever.
Right. But the thing is that just because they're 30-1 odds of what the other people say, that doesn't mean that it's actually 30-1 odds, because the other people were underestimating Miyata being hungry or not, right? So they probably were expecting that just, you know, okay, you know, he'll just get destroyed and that'll be that, right?
Sure.
They weren't expecting him to potentially have a way to surprise them.
Yes.
But yeah,
this is true.
This is great. This is wonderful.
Yeah, this is fantastic.
I love it.
So y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. You can watch full-length reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access. So you can chat with us about these stories, about anime in general, get involved in community events there, or also just, you know, hang out, or also talk with Jacob about his book he just published.
Yes, my sci-fi novel, Battle Lines, is still available for order on Amazon. The link is in the description below, and there are some signed copies still available, so go check that out.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.